Hello. Let's talk about 10 things that have happened in U.S. politics the week of March 17th. Number 1. On March 20th, President Trump signed an executive order to begin the dismantling of the Department of Education. Now, no matter what you think about Department of Ed, was it doing its job, was it not? It's interesting that they're moving forward with this on one hand, but then again, it's not. The reason it's not so interesting. This is part of Project 2025. It's one of the key elements of Project 2025. Now, of course, to officially abolish an agency, that has to go through Congress. But as we've seen before, President Trump doesn't care. So he's begun the process of getting rid of Department of Ed. Of course, student loans and Pell Grants are going to stay in effect. 2, in the case of Talbot versus Trump, Judge Anna Reyes, R-E-Y-E-S, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, issued an injunction to stop the order from Trump that no transgendered individuals could be in the military. Judge Reyes criticized the order's language and gave 3 days for an appeal. So stay tuned on that one. What do you think about that? Does it matter if somebody's transgender serving in the military? What do you think? 3, Senator Chuck Schumer. He was going to go on a book tour. Well, he's postponed it for security reasons. Now, I wonder why there's security reasons for you, Chuck. Is it because you sold out the Democrats when you crossed the lines and sent through that CR, that continuing resolution? Or are people in America, Republicans, Democrats, Independents, whatever, just fed up with Congress members? What is it? What do you guys think? Leave a comment, let me know. 4, Trump had a call with Putin as far as Russia and Ukraine war. Supposedly they talked for a couple hours and tried to work out a ceasefire and see what's going on with that. What are your thoughts on that? Do you believe they talked for hours? And if they did they talk about the war with Ukraine? Now, Trump is known as a Russian asset. How do you feel about that? Leave a comment, let me know. Number 5, on March 18th, Trump fired 2 FTC, Federal Trade Commission commissioners. They were Democratic appointees. He fired them. What do you think about that? Is he going to appoint some more to replace them who are Republicans? Or is he going to become head of FTC like he became head of Kennedy Center? So, what do you think? I'm curious. What do you guys think about that one? Number 6, postal workers in about 150 cities protested what they called an illegal hostile takeover. Supposedly, the Trump administration is going to put the control of the Postal Service under the Department of Commerce. I don't know how I feel about that. I have to get some more information on that. Because I got to tell you, the Postal Service is kind of lacking, at least in my area. I had a package that it was sent from Nebraska. To me, I'm in the Midwest. It got to 3 hours from me. Do you know it took over a week to travel those 3 hours? So I don't know. Something needs to be done with the post office. I don't know if it needs to go under the control of the Department of Commerce, but something's got to be done. What do you think? Number 7, a federal judge blocked the deportation of, let me pronounce it right. I hope I'm going to look at it and make sure I'm saying it right. Badr Khan Suri. He is a academic in Georgetown University postdoctoral fellow, but the Trump administration has accused him of having Hamas ties. What do you think about that? Georgetown University stated they didn't know of any kind of Hamas ties or anything that this person was doing wrong. What do you think? Do you think there's some underlying reason why this individual was singled out and supposedly trying to get deported? Let me know in the comments. Next up, Senator Justin Eichhorn. He was arrested. Now, he's known for, it's called Trump Derangement Syndrome, TDS. He was pushing a bill to say anybody who was against Trump's agenda, well, they're deranged. They are suffering from TDS. Well, poor guy was arrested. Now, If you hadn't heard, you know what he was arrested for? Soliciting sex from a minor during a police investigation. Interesting, don't you think? Leave a comment, let me know what you think about that. 9. Democrats are being criticized because they're remaining silent from leftist violence, such as being Tesla dealerships being vandalized, Tesla vehicles being set on fire, whatever. Democrats are being quiet and they're being criticized for that. Do Democrats need to say anything at all? I mean, they're not involved in it. They're not doing the violence, supposedly. What do you think? Should they say something? Should they condemn it? I mean, really, what should they do? In this case, number 10, this really tickles me. This is the case of JGG versus Donald J. Trump. This is a case that's presided over by Judge James, how do you pronounce his name? Boasberg. I don't want to mispronounce it. This is a case where the U.S. was sending Venezuelan migrants back to, well, not back, but to El Salvador, sending them in airplane flights to El Salvador. Well, the judge said no. He gave a verbal order, said no, you need to stop that. You know what the Trump administration lawyers argued? Well, that was a verbal order. That's not binding. We went with what was in writing, the order you wrote in writing. That tickles me because I've never heard that a judge can give a verbal order and it's basically not a valid order. I've never heard that. Have you heard that before? And what do you think about it? Leave a comment. Well, those are 10 things that happened during the week of March 17th in U.S. politics. I tell you, every day it seems like it's something different, something new. And it's just going on and on and on. And as of today is March 20th, as I'm filming this, President Trump has been president for only 60 days. Seems like a lot longer than 2 months, doesn't it? We gotta hang in there. Now, for that bonus. Word has it, from OPM and other sources, other federal agencies, there's going to be another round of the Deferred Resignation Program, DRP. Now, if you're a federal employee, are you going to take this DRP this time? Or are you going to wait to be RIF'd, reduction in force? Maybe one of those programs will include VERA, voluntary early retirement, or VSIP, voluntary separation incentive program. Anyway, if you're a federal employee, are you going to take that? I've also seen on Reddit that some employees who were fired as probationary employees, and then because the judge said no, those were incorrect, against the law, come back to work, some of them are saying no thanks, because thankfully, in my opinion, their managers are being truthful with them. There's going to be rifts, and you're going to be the first on the list, more than likely. Do you still want to come back? So they're saying no. Some of them are. Do you blame them? Let me know your thoughts on this bonus material as well. I'll see you next week. Until then, all the best.